Guys, Bryan Okwara declared his intentions to give way for Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche to continue their relationship. In the ever-evolving relationship drama involving Maurice Sam, Sonia Uche, Pearl Watts, and Bryan Okwara, a calm but powerful declaration has finally been made. This time, the spotlight is on Bryan Okwara, a man who always chose clarity and peace. This statement came shortly after Blessing CEO's emotional plea, where she publicly urged Bryan Okwara and Pearl Watts to allow Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche to revisit their love story after the breakup that shook many fans. While the internet waited for reactions filled with defense or denial, Bryan Okwara responded with maturity, and his words are now echoing across social media. Relax as I disclose everything you need to know about Bryan Okwara's statement. Hello my amazing viewers. If today is the first time coming across my channel, Celebrity Gist TV, you are highly welcome. And to my returning subscribers, you all have a genuine special place in my heart. Please kindly hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, so that each time I drop fresh gist, you will be among the first to be notified. Guys, according to Bryan Okwara, he has never seen himself as a replacement or a rival. He made it clear that he understands the depth of the bond that once existed between Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. He described their past relationship as one built on shared memories, emotional investment, and public admiration, things that cannot simply be erased. Bryan revealed that from the onset, his intentions were misunderstood. He stated that he never walked into anyone's life to scatter what was already built. Instead, he described himself as someone who came into the picture at a moment when emotions were already fragile and unresolved. He further explained that efforts toward peace were suggested early on. Conversations, understanding, and possible reconciliation were encouraged, but emotions at the time were heavy, and misunderstandings stood in the way. Still, Bryan said his heart remained open, believing that time would eventually speak louder than explanations. One of the most emotional parts of Bryan Okwara's message was his honest expression of pain over the constant public blame. He lamented how he was quickly labeled as the reason behind the breakup of Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. According to him, being judged by strangers for a story they only know in parts is a heavy burden to carry. He stated that people often forget that relationships do not end because of one person, but because of unresolved conversations, unspoken pain, and emotional distance that builds over time. In a deeply reflective tone, Bryan Okwara declared that if his stepping aside would create room for healing and reconciliation, then he is willing to do so without resentment. He said love is not about ownership, but about sincerity, timing, and emotional responsibility. He added a powerful line that caught many people's attention. Sometimes, the loudest proof of love is silence, and the strongest decision is to step back. Bryan emphasized that peace is more valuable than pride, and emotional clarity is more important than winning narratives online. According to him, no relationship should begin while another is still bleeding. Bryan Okwara also acknowledged Blessing CEO's intervention, describing it as a reminder that unresolved emotional ties can follow people into new chapters of life. He said he would never want to be the reason two people walk into the future carrying unfinished emotional business. Addressing Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche directly, Bryan encouraged them to sit down, talk honestly, and confront the issues that pulled them apart. He noted that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of growth. He went further to speak to the public, urging fans to choose empathy over entertainment. He reminded everyone that while social media thrives on drama, real people are left to deal with the emotional aftermath. Bryan stated that turning private pain into public trials only deepens wounds and delays healing. He encouraged people to stop assigning blame and instead support peace. In his closing remarks, Bryan Okwara described his decision as one rooted in self-respect, maturity, and emotional awareness. He stated that whatever is meant to be will always find its way back, and whatever needs space should be released without bitterness. Many viewers described Bryan's statement as dignified, thoughtful, and refreshing. Some praised him for redefining strength, not as control, but as restraint, not as competition, but as compassion. As the story continues to unfold, one message remains clear: Bryan Okwara has chosen peace over ego. Now we turn to you. Do you believe Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche still have unfinished chapters? Do you think Bryan Okwara's decision shows true emotional growth? Drop your thoughts in the comments section. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive celebrity stories. I love you.